Well, I found new parking right next to my hotel. That's where I spent the last 2 nights, but I checked out this morning. And like the view is unbelievable over here. So that's 93 on that bridge, that US 93. That's north. That's where I'll be going. That's south, and over there that's I-80. Had a lunch at that Bella's restaurant, very nice. And yeah, this one, this Petro in this area, it's much better than Flying J, much more space. And I asked him, I said, can I park here? They said, sure. It looks like it belongs to Petro because there's a RV station over there with water and garbage disposable thing. And the sign says, call Petro fuel desk. So I think it's all part of Petro. And the sign over there says casino, right? Because there's a casino, El Amo Casino, inside the Petro. And I saw a cool truck over there. Actually, I think it's still sitting over there. But the guys were looking askance at me, and I wanted to take a picture, but there was like this road over here, behind, in front of the Petro, but behind the barriers. That's actually the ramp for people that were going on I-80, and then they want to take this exit, right? And that, like where that pickup truck is moving, that's the ramp from I-80. And sometimes I see some cool trucks over here, you know. And I saw this monster K-Whopper, and it had some multi-axle crazy setup. It was empty, and even empty it needed 2 pilots. And it parked over there. And yeah, that's Love's, I think, right? No, Love's is on the other side. Like, he parked over there near Conoco because there's a CB shop. There's like a mobile like a van. It's a CB shop. So I'd love to have my CB tested, because quite often when I deal with pilots, they say they cannot hear me very well, you know, even though it's like a brand new, well, not brand new, but like 2.5 years old, right, truck. But yeah, and so the first thing I did today, I remember that, you know, I'm on mountain time or Pacific time. Anyway, so the airbag I ordered is from Pennsylvania, so they are on my home time, Eastern Standard Time, or is it daytime, but whatever. They're 3 hours ahead of me. So I got up at 5:30 local time, took a shower, and right away called that, I think it's called Stengel Brothers, the company where I'm buying this airbag from. And I said, guys, please, if you didn't ship it yet, please cancel that order. That's the wrong airbag. And that's the airbag where I was saying that the piston, like this part, like I'm showing you the truck, right? But this part was wrong. Like the bolt pattern was all wrong. So we wouldn't be able to install it. That's why I have these bungee cords in here for this, you know, so that it doesn't touch that. But check this out, 2.5 years, it already has all this rust. That's what happens when you use the truck in Canada. And there was a truck wash somewhere here, and I wanted to wash the truck on the way, but now I'm loaded. Like, next time I drop the Jeep, I'm gonna wash it. Maybe I'll wash the truck and the Jeep, you know, because the Jeep, I had some leaks when I was disconnecting the hoses. And so yeah, what happened is that, so I called them and they said, okay, we can cancel because it hasn't been shipped yet. So do you know what, like, I explained the situation. I said, that's the wrong part. And they said, you know the proper part? I said, yeah, I can give you a Goodyear part, and I give you this other third-party cross-reference number. And I gave it to them, and they said, yeah, they have that one. It's more expensive. The previous one was $146. This one is like 190 plus $50 shipping, but they said yep, no problem. So they refunded me the money for that one, and they charged me for this. And a couple of hours later I already got email saying shipped, and I already have the tracking number. So this thing, I used the next day air. You see, like, this thing is huge, right? So I was able to come in like this, and my favorite way to park is just go straight, right? No need to back, you know, like, beautiful. And you see there's people parking here, people parking there, so it's like for RVs pretty much. And again, that's 93, US 93 goes north towards, so I'm about 50 miles south of Idaho. Oh, and hold on. Right before I started this recording this blockbuster, I emailed the permit office, but I guess over there it's already 5 o'clock. Wait, what is it in Idaho? It's only in Idaho. It's still early. But you see, my permit lady, she's on Central Time. Now it's 3, so it's only 4 in Idaho. See, I hate these time zones because it's always a discrepancy. So my permit broker left for the day, but the Idaho permit office is still going to be open for 1 more hour. Okay, and then I got a confirmation from Ontario that they received my single trip permit application, which I did on the weekend. And I still haven't heard from the IRP office, International Registration Plan, where, you know, I need to extend my my cab card, my license plate for the truck. I sent them everything on the weekend. Also, it required lots of calculations because they want your IFTA, you know, information, like for each state and province, how many, you know, what distances did you do during the year, for the entire year. So I had to go through all my 4 IFTA statements and then add, you know, it's like 40-50 states, and you have to add kilometers in my case, or miles, but because I report to Ontario office, everything is in kilometers, and my IFTA is in kilometers. So I had to add for each state all these numbers, you know, make sure I didn't make a mistake, and then I sent it to them. It was a lot of work, but I was doing this while they were working on the airbag. And then what else I did today? I got an email from Pixels or Fine Art America, where I have this website, pixels.com. Somebody from Virginia, I think, from Virginia purchased one of my pictures. Actually, it was a picture I just took 2 days ago of the truck with its load when I was somewhere in Nevada, just south of here, with some mountains in the background. And this gentleman just bought a printout with no frame, like a roll-up, you know. So I guess he'll get a frame while he's after he gets it. And one more thing I did, I noticed that the like, I watched how the guy did the replacement or attempted to do a replacement of the airbag, and so now I know what's going on, like how to take it off. And basically what I did earlier today was, when I had all the air here, I put the timbers under this, and I dropped the trail on the ground, right, not to put too much pressure. And then when this was up, I put timbers under this, like 3-4 timbers, and then I drained the air from the airbags. And when this went down, the airbags became loose, and after I undid that nut, I was able to move the top of the airbag with my screwdriver. And you can probably see there's a piece of a conveyor belt in there in the front, because that's where it was leaking. It's leaking right at the top. And I tried, I bought some special spray. I tried put some tape in there. Basically all I need is I need to get to Fargo, which is 1,200 miles away, because yeah, nobody here has it. These guys don't have it. I called 2 suppliers here, they don't have it in this area. So if I run into it somewhere, you know, if I see a shop, I'll ask, I'll change it. But for now, I just pretty much have tiny leak. I fixed it with that piece of rubber, and I'm getting the one. It's coming, right? It's been shipped. That's the proper one. Because and how I found that one, right? So I found the paperwork for my Jeep inside the truck, and the first page was this info sheet for ride wheel suspensions, right? And that sheet had the info on the what type of airbag it was they used, and it was Goodyear 1R12, and there was 2 numbers, so I can use either one of those, right? So we all good. So the broker, of course, is not happy, the freight broker, because he's getting calls, he says, on the hour from his customer who is not happy. And he emailed me like 2 or 3 times today, like, are you moving permits, like basically give me an update. And I'm like, I'm trying to have lunch. I was sitting at the restaurant when he called me again, and I said, you know, are you gonna call me every 2 hours? Because, you know, I'm doing all I can. And he says, can we call somebody? Can we call somebody? How can we expedite this? And I said, I called the actual Idaho permit office. I found the phone number online. I called them. Some lady answers. I said, can I talk to somebody in oversized and overweight permits? And she says, hold on. And she transfers me. And this lady that I'm talking to, she was able to find my application by my name. She said, what's your company name? I said, it's my last name. And I said, it starts with a D as in David. And she, yeah, I see you over here. She says, yeah, it's still at bridge review. And she says, up to 250,000 pounds gross, bridge review, they allow themselves up to 5 business days. Over 250 gross, up to 10 business days. And she says, don't worry, you should get it in the next couple of days. I said, next couple of days? And she's like very calm about it, you know, like it's a normal thing, which of course for them it is. And I said, okay, hold on, one last question. We submitted this on Friday morning. Now today is Monday. Is today day 2 out of these 5, or is it day 1? And she says, at first she was kind of puzzled by the question, but then she says, actually, the bridge review department is not open on Fridays. Not open on Fridays. When are they open? Tuesday 10 to 11 and Thursday 3 to 4? So anyway, she says, today is day 1. Day 1. And my broker says, when I told him 2 weeks, I said, it'll take 2 weeks. He says, 2 weeks? No way, they'll fire me. He says, we gotta get it faster than 2 weeks. And I'm thinking, you will see, you know. And that's why you cannot do these loads for cheap, you know. You cannot do them for the same rate as a dry van, because you waste so much time, and of course everything is expensive. To give you an example, the North Dakota permit was $80, just the state fee. The Montana permit was $700. $700. Not sure how much Idaho will cost, but I know that I will need 1 pilot on US 93 when I enter. Like, I don't need anybody in Nevada, but as soon as I enter Idaho, I need 1 pilot on that US 93, because it's a 2-lane and I'm over 100 feet long. So, but I need the pilot only for like 50 miles from the state line to I-84. As soon as I hit the freeway, no pilots, you know. and then I just go 84 east, I-15 north, and then I cross into Montana. And another problem is all my permits expire tomorrow. Like Nevada expires tomorrow, Montana expires tomorrow, North Dakota expires tomorrow. And I talked to the permit lady. I said, so I said, what are we doing? Like, is it possible to extend them? Because I see Montana was $700 US. I don't want to pay that again. And she says, okay, I'll look into this. And so she called them, and then she called me back, and she said, yeah, they allowed us to put that permit on hold, because she explained to them the situation that everything is on hold because of Idaho. Like, the truck is sitting in Nevada, right? I cannot even enter Idaho. And Montana DOT allowed us to, so we already paid $700, or the permit broker paid, so she will charge me plus the service fee, right? But we're not gonna pay twice. So now just tomorrow I'll have to figure out what are we doing about Nevada and North Dakota, right? Because they expire as well. Because I thought by now I thought I'd be in Fargo, you know, because if I would have received this Idaho permit on Friday, you know, I'd be trucking through the weekend, and from here again it's 1,200 miles to Fargo, and I need to be there before the end of the day on Friday, because that airbag, it's shipping to a customer center. That one is not open on weekends, so if I don't pick it up before the end of Friday, then I'm in trouble, you know, because I won't be able to sit there until Monday. My broker would not understand why I'm yeah, somebody's having an argument over there. They came in and they were shouting at each other, and now the lady just started walking, and the guy says, get in the car. And it looks like they have all kinds of bags on the top, you know. It's basically you know, they're from out of town. And the lady just took her backpack and her thermos and her purse, and she's on the phone, and the guy just left in the car. What's funny is that this happened to me, you know, when I was 16 years old, 16 or 17. I remember I was in the last year of high school. Yeah, and once a year we would do a trip from Kirovograd, Ukraine, to Moscow, Russia, in this tiny Russian car, Moskvich. Like my dad, my mom, and me, and sometimes my brother. And things were getting out of hand, you know, like teenagers and parents, right? And at a certain point, like, I'm driving because I already had my license. Oh, I think that means that I was in my first year of college, because I only got my driver's license in 1984. I still remember. Oh, wait a second, 1984. That means I was in the last year of college. Huh. But anyway, are we arguing about something, you know, and my dad just totally had it, and he just grabs the shifter, and he was sitting in the passenger seat. I'm driving. He was just, stop the car. And we're on the freeway, and he just grabs the shifter and pushes it. Like, I was really surprised. I had no idea that you can shift without the clutch, right? And of course it had a manual transmission, so he just shifts the shifter in neutral, and I'm like, what the heck? And of course, you know, he stopped the car, and I just grabbed my stuff. I said, that's it, I'm leaving. And my mom is crying, like, Sergey, at least get some money. So and get in the car, just like this seat, you know. So I'm walking on the shore. They said, that's it, you go, I'll find a way. I'll get a train, I'll get a taxi cab. I cannot stand it. I cannot sit, I cannot spend another minute with you guys. I'm sorry, you know. I'm just walking on the shore there, and I'm like 2 days away from home, and we are somewhere in the middle of Russia. But I think eventually they stopped and I got back. And but yeah, this just reminded me some of those summer trips, you know, like sometimes parents and teenagers, they don't mix. Anyway, so we're gonna finish this blockbuster on this optimistic note. So no Idaho permit. I'm spending another night in Nevada. At least the weather's good. There's no snow, but it's getting real chilly in the morning. I can tell you that. I have to wear my my jacket. But I'm sitting pretty. Lots of parking. Nobody gonna hit me. You know, I like this. I'm all fueled up. Full tanks of DEF, because I did this when I dropped the trailer to go fix the airbag, right? So I took advantage of that and I filled up both tanks, so I'm all ready to go as soon as I have the permit. Oh, and I found the pilot, the guy from the shipper who helped me load this thing in Las Vegas, because they're local. I asked him who they use for Idaho, and he gave me a phone number of a lady, and she's from Twin Falls, Idaho, which is like 50 miles north of the Nevada line. And I talked to her today, and she said, yeah, $150 to take me from what is called, there's a small town there at right at the border, Jackpot. It's called Jackpot, Nevada, right south of the Nevada-Idaho line. And she says $150 to go from Jackpot to Twin Falls and I-84. I said, okay, I'll give you a call. I said, I'm still waiting for my permit, but I should get it either today or tomorrow. Well, of course, now today is not gonna happen, so maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, but I hope Tuesday, because otherwise my broker will have a heart attack, you know, and we don't want to have that, because then somebody has to pay me for this trip. And I took a couple of shots, like it's too hot, the sun is too harsh, you know, but I took a couple of shots of the truck with my tele, you know, long lens. So hope you like them. Like, subscribe, stay tuned. And right when I thought I finished recording, hold on, let me see if I can use a zoom. So this guy showed up, Peterbilt tandem drive truck. The sign on the door says Valley Transportation. So classic design, I'm guessing 300-inch wheelbase, and the trailer is Trail King Tridem Jeep. And even on his Jeep you can see that the spacing between the truck's fifth wheel and the Jeep's fifth wheel is still more than the Jeep's fifth wheel to the middle axle, which means that more weight will always go on the Jeep than on the truck. Because we were talking about this, like my Jeep is the same, like there's more space basically the truck is further away than the Jeep's axles, you know, like the center of, in my case, tandem, or in his case, center of tridem. And as you can see, that's a HD series. I'm guessing probably a 60 ton or 65 ton, because he has a 3+2 in the back. And this is a beam trailer, so no sides. And he's hauling a 988K Caterpillar wheel loader. And I see that the front tires are probably, I don't know, 5 inches off the ground, you know. Sometimes I want to do this, but other times I feel it's just too dangerous, you know. But like I always say, that I do get calls and emails probably at least once a month asking me if I have a beam trailer. And of course, the why you need a beam trailer is because this machine is very tall. So if you put it on my trailer, I'll be probably 15-16 feet tall. So the wheels have to go below the deck, right, for this to be even here. Even though here they probably allow 14 feet is legal, but I like that Jeep. That Jeep looks like a monster. So that guy probably is 120 feet at least.